Hello, and as every YouTuber before me has said, welcome to my channel. Um, I've always wanted to say that, I guess, not always, as long as YouTube has been around and I've been watching YouTube. But anyway, um, I just for the longest time have thought about starting a channel and just trying to figure out like where do I start, what do I say. My life's not that interesting, um, which is not true at all because my life has been pretty crazy. So I'm just like, I don't know, whatever, Wanda. Um, yes, I do talk to myself in third person. Why not? Why not be fabulous? So I'm trying to figure out like what do I talk about? How do I start this? And so today I was like, I just need to say some stuff. So I'm Wanda. I live in North Carolina. I'm not from North Carolina, but whatever. I'm from the other Carolina, from the southern regions, so South Carolina. Um, I teach. I do lots of other things. In this world, a person my age has we need money. Like that's just it. So anyway, so I am definitely talking to you from the comfort of my bed because intimate things, talking about intimate things require intimate spaces. At least that's what I think. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe not. So yeah. So I was just like, all right, what am I going to talk about? I don't. I don't know. My life is interesting. And then some things happened this week that really was like, oh, wait, I actually probably should be talking about this and sharing my experience with people and all these things because they're tough and they're difficult. And so, little old Wanda, being the wanderer that she is, I went to Guinea. Um, and when was that? 2017. And just was like, I'm going to work, I'm going to mind my business, going to live my life. Um, yeah. And then all of a sudden, I met someone. And that someone is currently, or is now, my fiance. And I say currently because a fiance leads to, getting married, being husband, being wife. And so my plan was to just stay there, and I wanted to, I don't know, just live in Africa. Like that was my plan. And then that's not how things happened, of course, because life being life, that's just the way it is. I moved back to the US. I thought I'll go back for a month. I'll recharge, see my family, and then now a month has become what is almost 2 years now. So yeah, 2 years. And during this time, I've like been like working and also trying to work things out with my fiance. And so at first we were just like, oh, you'll just come to study, or you'll come and just visit, and that'll be that. You'll go back, and then we'll figure this out. And so after shift, so after some time, it was like, well, it doesn't look like you're going to exactly be able to come back in the time frame you thought you were. So what does this look like? And so, I mean, he brought up the topic of marriage at like the very beginning. I was like, whoa, dude, oh, let's not do this African style. Okay, I love my African people. Leave me alone, okay? So I was like, I don't know about that. And so he came back to the US, and then after like all the things we went through, I finally just brought it back up, and I was like, remember that time we were talking about marriage, or you were like, let's revisit that. And so we did, and it started the K-1 visa process. And as some of you may know, the TV show 90 Day Fiancé, our life's not that I don't know if that's even exciting. our life is not that dramatic, shall I say. But it is something, sorry. But it is something interesting. So, so we started that process. We started gathering all the information. So the process is you do the petition. So I hate all the words they use. So me as a sponsor had to say him as the beneficiary, that I want him to come to the U.S. I want to marry him. So I had to write a paper saying like I went to marry him and why, and then he had to say that he is free to marry, and I had to do that and all this stuff. And so like that's been a journey. We started in March of last year. We were supposed to start in November of 2017, I believe, or October or something. No, November, yeah. But the job I thought was going to be my permanent job for quite a while decided, oh, I'm sorry, we have budget cuts and we can't keep you. But then kind of find out they hired some other people after I left. So I'm like, your budget or what? Or, yeah. So that's another story for another day. I can talk about managers being intimidated by your abilities and by your skills and by your education, how they will do anything to get you out. But that's another story for another day. I don't have time for that right now. Um, so, yeah, so we started the process and we eventually started the process in March, so March of last year, because it was like, I need to find another job, I need to get some more money together, and all this stuff. And so that happened. Um, yeah, so that happened, and I did the petition, and the petition, of course, took, well, oh no, not of course. If you don't know, so to do the petition, you send in all this information, you send your money in, and of course, they take the money out of your account immediately, but they take about 3 months to process the petition. And so you're just like, oh, okay, right. So process the petition, and then they're like, oh, we need some more information, and we need you to prove some other stuff. So like you guys met within the last 2 years, which required, what did I send? Oh, right. I sent, oh, stamp my passport. So like stamps for my passport. And then I like doubled up on messages and pictures and all kinds of stuff. I was just like, if you need some more information, I have some more information for you. So I did that. And then came back and they're like, okay, it's been approved. So this is like my birthday or the week of my birthday. So July 18th, July 19th. And I was like, oh, cool, birthday present. And then that's when I was like, okay, now he needs to start doing things on his side. And so he had to, the longest thing that we knew was going to be the background check from Ghana because he lived in Ghana. That's where he learned English. That's where he did official training with Microsoft or whatever for network engineering. So it was like, okay, so he has to get that because it's required if you live in a place more than 6 months. So he went and he got that. Well, no, it wasn't that easy. I'm going to share a story on that because that took what was supposed to take 1 week took like a month. So that's another story I'm going to save. And so he did that. And then what else came? Actually, I need to stop this video because I have to go teach right now. But I will pick it up in a little while. Okay.